The What Works Clearinghouse providing reading interventions for students in grades 4 through 9 practice guide provides evidence-based recommendations for supporting students' reading and writing development in intervention settings. In this video, you will see me setting a purpose for reading with students. This practice is part of recommendation 2, provide purposeful fluency building activities to help students read effortlessly. Throughout the video, I will select content-rich text that targets students' decoding needs, including multisyllabic words with target vowel and consonant letter combinations. Provide a purpose for each read of the text. Prompt students to scan for difficult words before reading, and ask meaningful questions after each repeated reading. I've been working with the science teacher to make more of a connection between these intervention reading lessons and what my students are studying in their content area classes. I've chosen this text because the students are talking about the water cycle, including condensation and evaporation in their science class. It's a perfect opportunity to reinforce my students' knowledge of the suffix "ate," such as in evaporate, and give them lots of practice with the suffix "shun." Okay, readers, we've been thinking a lot about that suffix shun, spelled T-I-O-N, right? You've also been doing a lot of learning in your science class about the water cycle. What we're going to do right now is we're going to get to read a text about the water cycle that's also going to have a lot of words that need that decoding routine in them. But before we start reading this text, I want you to think what you've already learned about the water cycle from your science class. What are some things that you learned about the water cycle from your science class? Get one in your head. And think about how it could be in this text. Turn and tell your partner what it is that you already know in the water cycle that might show up in here. Go ahead and tell them.
Right. I
Listen.
think that the precipitation from like the ocean and lakes going up into evaporating, going up into the sky. Right.
Oh, okay. All right, let's come back together. So there's a few things that could show up here, right? I heard you say that we were talking about precipitation and how it goes up from lakes and other bodies of water. That could show up. And I heard you saying that there's something that happens over and over and over again, right? There are these processes that happen over and over and over again. So we're going to read to find out whether those facts that you already know are in here. And I'm sure there's some other facts in here that you don't already know that you'll find as well. Let's go ahead and before we get started, I want you to skim and scan this text and find some words that you bet you're going to need your decoding routine for. Let's read this first time to find out if any of those facts that you heard from your partner that you came up with yourself, you see them in this text. Go ahead and start with the title. Read quietly to yourself. I might ask you to read a little bit louder so I can hear you. All right? Get going. Get reading. Okay. Let's pause there. Let's come back together. Are there any facts that you read in that first section that were what you were talking about with your partner?
Yes.
What did you find that you were talking about with your partner you heard before? We're going to read this again, and those words that you found a little tricky the first time, we're going to read to see if we can read them fluently. No problem at all the second time. So go ahead and start from the beginning. You're going to notice that because you've read this before, it feels a little bit easier, all right? So read, and you're going to see what facts you can pull out from here that maybe your science teacher would like to know about. And then also those words that were tricky before, we're going to read them more easily the second time. All right, go ahead and read to yourself. Go ahead and read so that you can hear, all right, yourself.